Hello lovely humans. My name is Very Lisa and I am going to do a little walkthrough today of the starting point of A Tale in the Desert. Now this is Tale in the Desert 7. It's essentially the same game that's been running since 2003, but every now and then they restart the game, as in it's like a telling was originally supposed to take about a year, but they ended up taking like about 2 to 4 years each because the game's never been massively popular. So it tends to take a little bit longer than you might expect for them to finish running the game. But yeah, this game has been running. It's a massive multiplayer online role-playing game set in ancient Egypt. This is telling number 7. So the very first telling was in 2003, and I actually did play the very first telling on the very first day that it went live, and I played it obsessively for probably a year to 18 months, I think. And then I would drop in and out every now and then. I might, every few years I might drop in and see what's happening lately. It was pretty exciting about 2 years ago when the game was finally sold to a new owner, and everybody was like, well, this is exciting, they're going to really take it off and run with it now, and it's going to become huge, and nothing much happened. And it's 2 years later and still nothing much has happened. But anyway, I still love it. It's a really niche game. I'm going to walk you through what happens in the first 20 minutes or so of gameplay when you log in as a new character. So I've created a character called Levatha. My main character in the Tale in the Desert has always been called Varletha, which is like a vaguely Egyptian sounding but not really version of my online name, which is Very Lisa and has been forever and ever, including, well before 2003. So when I decided to start playing this game, I chose Varletha. And then I have the backup person, also known as the Mule, who is Levatha. So I'm setting up an account for Levatha. It's combat-free, subscription-based MMO. Yeah, I'm not going to skip the tutorial, and I highly recommend that you do not skip it either unless you've already played this game. So get rid of that. That's Levatha. There she is. How do you move around? Oh, that's right. You move to the edge. So a lot of the stuff that I'm going to be doing is really familiar to me, that I've done a million times, and some of it might have changed a little bit, and I've forgotten it. Anyway, don't skip the tutorial. Click next. So if you look at the graphics and you think, gosh, they're a little dated, you would be right. They are a little dated, and it's one of the longest lasting Tale in the Desert massive multiplayer online games out there, and is also one of the, I guess, lowest population games to some extent. Not liking the way that the ground is working, the graphics are working here. I might have to fiddle with some stuff. Anyway, I'm going to change my appearance by selecting the appearance menu. Do this now and customize my look. Appearance. I'm a peasant at the moment. I'm not yet a citizen of Egypt. So let's go into the avatar selection menu. I do like that you can sort of drag and resize most of the windows in this game pretty easily. There was a thing where, because I have played from the very first telling, I get access to some special avatars that are not available to everybody, but it doesn't look like I have them at the moment, alas. Look at those shoes. Those are some sexy shoes. Do I want to be a daughter of basically daughter of Best, daughter of Nojmet, or daughter of Sjitek? All just different avatars. That's all they are. I think I'm going to go for the sexy shoes. I always go for the darkest skin color. It just feels more Egyptian than all of these really, really light-skinned white people. I am actually a light-skinned, very, very light-skinned white person. God, she's not very dark-skinned, even the darkest skinned. She's Egyptian, guys. Should be a little bit darker skinned than that. But anyway, that's fine. What colors do I want to wear? I don't care much. Have they got teal? I love it. Tea rose orange. Is that's not tea rose orange. Come on, guys. You're kidding me. Cerulean blue, Tyrian purple, sepia. Caput mortem. What's that mean? Death? Hang on. Head. Slate grey. That's blue, guys. Blue. That's not black. And that's... Colouring. I'd love to see their graphics. Maybe kicked up the bum a little bit, but it is what it is. I'll go this quote marks tea rose orange. And my pants will be caput mortem. And then where are my shoes? Show us those sexy, sexy shoes. They need to be grey. No, they look exactly the same colour. I don't think that's made any difference, has it? They're still exactly the same colour they were before, so forget about that. Fine. Don't have a hat, don't have an accessory. I really like to be short. The shortest possible character, that's me. I used to, very early on in the very first telling, they had like an old lady character, and I was an extremely short old lady character. And that was my pref. But, it's what we've got. Oh, clothing type. I can have a fancy accessory. That's a little bit too fancy. Go away. No accessory. Chat bubble. No. Blank bubble. Standard bubble. Meh. That's fine. Okay. So, what do we do next? We customized my look. All movements, actions, and camera controls are performed with the mouse. Click anywhere on the ground to go to that spot. Yeah, there we go. Okay, get that away. Get that away. Out the way so you can... Oh, there. Oh, shoot. It's gone. Entirely. Okay, that's unusual. Now, what is going on with these graphics textures? That's just not right. I'm not happy, guys. It's not supposed to look like that. I don't know. I mean, look, it's been ages since I've installed the client. Maybe there's something weird going on with my computer. Meh. Don't know. Anyway, maybe because it's always whenever you go to a new place, you patch. You might find that you see this little. Oh, I've acquired my first item, which is not there. You can see what items you're carrying by clicking the items tab. 1 grass. Way. Whenever there's something that's changed on a screen, you get this little red heading thingy that changes and says you've done a thing. And this, you've got this Welcome to Egypt checklist with all the things you're supposed to do. And what I have done is gather some grass. So basically the tutorial will step me through the first few things I need to do. And I am going to, when I've done all the things in the Welcome to Egypt list, then I've completed this first section. So I'm not going to do all of them today, but I'll just do a few. I can get, what's this one? I think it's collect mud. I need some shovel. Oh, to collect dirt, I need a shovel. I don't have one, but I can click that one to get some mud. And you can get immense amounts of mud. It's not in short supply, so just collect a little bit of that. Basically, anything that's around you, if you click on it, you'll get an option to, if it's interactive, you'll be able to do something with it. So I will have all of that silt. Thank you very much. Nice silt. Lovely. So I've gathered mud. I've gathered some straw. Got some silt. Can I click on these planties? Oh, it's a milkweed. I can look at it. It doesn't seem particularly useful right now. As your skills improve, you may find a use for it. Yes, I may. I think this dude over here is just a signpost or something, is he? Yes, sand. If you're having trouble finding sand, make sure you're standing on a sandy area. Watch for an icon depicting sand being poured from a bucket. Click the icon and you'll be asked how much sand you would like to gather. And one of the things I actually like about that, let's grab some mud, for example. You can gather, from memory, lots and lots of mud. Now I've got 6,200 mud. Woohoo, but should be too. Oh, did I get my 6,200 mud? Maybe it's not actually restricting me yet. I'll come back to that in a minute. Anyway, get some more grass. All movements, actions, and camera controls are performed with the mouse. Yes, we've done that. I'm really unhappy about the graphics. I hope whatever is going wrong with that gets patched. To look around, move the mouse to any edge of the screen, up and down, in and out. There's some trees, aren't they nice? You can also zoom in and out using the mouse wheel, and you can change your default camera angle using F5 to F8, which is it's close. F8 from what yeah, that's a very long. There's something terribly wrong here, guys. I don't like. When you're doing, this is huge, the land of Egypt in the game. when you're doing a lot of exploring of large areas, you can get out to this like massive F8, oh, is it F8? F7, the sort of explorer view, and then zoom in, so that's pretty handy. Okay, some actions are performed by clicking on icons in the top left corner, like this one. Let's pick up. Will you let me collect 600 sand now? Come on. Oh, I clicked max instead of okay. That was my problem. 600 sand. Okay, good. So now I've got my 600 sand and my 200 mud. If I try running, oh, I can carry that much. Let's try collect 1,000 sand. Okay. You're carrying more than I can manage. Righto. So I can pick it up, but I can't move. Do I want to drop something? Yes, I'll drop all of that sand. Max. There it goes. And then there's a little bucket of sand on the ground next to me. Okay, so, oh, it says I should collect some sand, some grass, which I did before. So we'll run over to this area where there's grass. Zoom in, zoom. Click onto grass. Yeah, so if any time you get stuck and you don't know what you're doing, these signs on the newbie islands or the welcoming islands will give you some hints. Like straw is made by drying grass. There are a number of ways to do this, but the easiest is to simply drop the grass on the ground. So from your main menu, select the drop menu. That is, you click here and you go drop grass max, and then it appears next to you on the ground, and you wait for a few minutes, and that grass dries out, and you've got straw. And if you want some more grass, you have to run a few steps to get more grass. So once you've picked the grass in a location, that's it. And then you run, get some more, and looks like the grass has turned into straw, and there it is. So now I've got 3 straw. I will get all the straws. Yay! Okay, we've done that. Next. Other actions are performed by clicking objects in the world. Find a tree and click on it to gather some wood. So tree. Tree over there. Those bottle trees. Actually, sometimes these thorn trees have wood. Yeah, hawthorn. Those are good for wood. What's that one? Cricklewood. These don't look like trees, but they are actually trees. Giant cricklewood. And some hawthorn over there. And I think some of these spiky looking plants give you thorns. Yeah, there you go. 76 thorns. So you do a lot of wandering around finding resources. Oh, that yucca says I've just collected thorns from it. It'll be a little while before more grow back, but not too long. And the same with the hawthorn. Because I've just collected wood, it's giving me no more wood for 43 seconds. And if I had some saltpeter, I could fertilize it and it would produce it faster. But you don't normally need to worry about that, because you get wood pretty quickly. Thorns. Not all plants bear thorns, but some that can be found amongst these trees. All right, great. So we've got some wood. To check out the map, press F3. That's the map. Loads up. I like to drag it over to the side here, but you can put it wherever you want. You can make it really big too. Ooh, but there's not much here. There's only like these are the little welcoming islands. They used to be called newbie islands, but I think they've renamed them now because newbie island was maybe sounding a bit condescending. Where am I? I am here, I think. Yeah, so I'm always right in the middle of the map. And on this particular map, there is an art school and an arch school, the architecture school. And I'm right next to, which one is that? I think it's an architecture school. Yeah, People's School of Architecture. All right. So I learn new things by visiting schools and universities. And there's schools all over the place, and they will teach you stuff for a fee. So if I want to learn stone blade fabrication, my levels of all of these skills are currently 0. So I click on learn, and it says, oh, I need 7 slate. I can't pay tuition. That's grayed out. So I have to go and find 7 slate. Done that. You need to learn stone blade fabrication. Yeah. So slate is gathered just like grass, but is only found near water. All schools require tuition to learn new skills. And then universities. Oh, gee, this graphics is terrible. Basically what you do is you get to the... let's try F5 camera. Does that make it any better? Slightly. You find the edge of the water, and then you just run along it until this little icon appears, and this is the slate icon. And it's not everywhere like the mud and the the sandar. Terrain is too steep. Yeah, I don't care. Ah, go back. So yeah, you're walking along and you see a little bit of slate, and sometimes you see two. I'm going to pop that back up again now. It's just showing me a little bit more stuff. What else does the welcoming island say over here? Oh, people talking. Nobody has said anything here for a day. Lordy, lordy, lordy. That's a bit sad. And people are speaking. The default language on Tale in the Desert is English, but you will find there's communities of people speaking other languages as well. Stone blades. Yeah, we've got to get some slate. So I need, how many slates? 7, I think. 7 slate. But you'll find that you actually need a lot more than that. So you just run around for a bit. Now this is actually a really slow-paced game. If you like a fast-paced game where lots of action happens all the time, you're going to hate this game. This is not for you. But I'm a pretty high-strung person myself, so I quite like a cash game where you can wander about, you can do some exploring, you can find some stuff. Oh, and by the way, if you're the sort of person who really likes to figure stuff out for yourself without a lot of people helping you and giving you advice, you may not want to watch this tutorial, but I have to say this is really a game for people who like collaboration. So one of the main things about this game, it's a cooperative game, it's not a competitive game. And rather than having everyone compete against each other to see who's the best, there's a little bit of competition, but mostly you are collaborating with each other to advance Egypt. So you work together to research and unlock new technologies to build big projects. Like there's lots of different projects where it's impossible or it's for one person to do it on their own. Like they have pyramids. This is ancient Egypt. There's lots of pyramids happening. And you can't build a pyramid on your own. It's just not possible. There's plenty of big projects in this game where doing it yourself isn't possible. So you really learn to work with other people, and the discipline of leadership in this game is the one where, to some extent, also architecture, but in leadership and architecture you really get into coordinating and managing. It's like project management almost, who's going to do this, who's got the skills to do it, who has learned, because I just learned stone blade fabrication. That's a low level skill. It's very easy and fast to learn, but there's actually some skills that are really expensive or difficult to learn, and some that require special like mini game skills to learn. And so not everybody can do all the things. Not everybody wants to do all of the things. Some things take a lot of time or energy to do, or patience, or cleverness. So it really does involve working together with a lot of different people in a lot of different ways. So if you're a real loner and you like to just do your own thing, or if you like to compete against everybody else, you're probably not going to enjoy this game very much. It's a real guild-based, community-based game. You can join lots of different guilds as well, not just the one. And different guilds exist for different purposes. Like there might be a guild that exists for building a pyramid, or there's forge a stone blade. There we go. Woohoo! My skill in stone blade fabrication is now 1 out of 7, and I failed to forge that stone blade because both pieces shattered. So what I'm going to do now is actually pin this up, because I'm going to have to forge a few stone blades to get this skill up. And when you click the little pin, oh, here it goes, click the little pin, it stays up after you've done it. Now I've only got 1 piece of slate and no stone blades, so I'm going to pop over here and look for some more slate. Give me slate, give me slate, I need lots of slate. Slate is great. Whoop, just ran over one. So there it is. Have I got 2? Now I can forge another stone blade. Ugh. But my skill is better. And I have no slate and no blades. And yeah, whatever. We're gonna Terrain is too steep. What's system telling me? There's some more. I should check that out and see if I can remember what was the thing to send it to your system menu, because I don't want to pop up on the screen every time. Yeah, options interface. You can send these messages. Console window, use options interface, options notification. So options, interface options, and there's a whole bunch of things here that you can customize. I'm not going to walk through them all at the moment, but I'm going to turn on the use the chat area instead of pop-ups from any messages, and when I'm stuck notify me in the chat area, because I don't really need to know all that sort of stuff. You'll get pretty quickly used to it. Yeah, I'll leave that for now and worry about all the rest of it later. So how much slate have I got left? I can try forging another stone blade. I'm going to shut that map window for now because I don't really need it right now. Shut the news. Did I get a stone blade? No, I didn't. And the message says, bad luck. Both pieces shattered. Your skill is two pieces out of 7. So yeah, instead of having it come to the pop-up window, now it's going, that sort of message is going to appear in the status menu. So let's find some more slate, guys. We need slate. Oh, not even really looking, am I? Slightly distracted. As soon as I get a stone blade, we're going to call it done. One stone blade. One stone blade. Come on, guys. Give me just one. Have I got one? Have I got one? I do seem to be getting the hang of it, but I still don't have a stone blade. Okay. Oh, slate. Try it again. I made a stone blade. Hooray! I think, what have I got to do now? If I go back to the the school, the next skill that I need to learn, I think, is wood plane construction. Learn brick carpentry. So I've learned stone blade fabrication. I've got to level 3. To learn carpentry, I need 3 stone blades, and I've only got 1, but at least I've got 1. So yeah, that's basically it. We have gone from entering Egypt and picking things up, sort of starting to navigate around, dealing with a really messed up visual graphic-y thing that, my goodness, I hope that gets fixed at some point. And forging a stone blade. And I may do some more of these because I do quite like playing this game, even when I get super frustrated by things that don't work or could work a bit better, or maybe I would just love, it would make me so happy if this game became massively popular, you know, that I've been playing it all this time and it's never really been a heavily populated landscape, but it could be, and I think it would be a really great game if it had a big community. My skill is getting better. So yeah, that's what you do when you start off in the Tale in the Desert. I may do some more another time. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please click thumbs up. It helps me a lot. And if you subscribe to that channel, my channel, that helps me even more. Okay, bye.